Hi, my name is Chrissy and welcome to my channel, Chrissy's Walking Beauty. So today we are going to do this beautiful makeup look and we are going to have my final thoughts on the Tati Beauty palette, which is the, let me make sure I have it right, the Textured Neutrals palette. You know what I realized, you guys? It does not say the name anywhere on the palette. All of that, Textured Neutrals, and the only thing on the palette is volume 1 with Tati Beauty. We're gonna discuss this. But before that, we are gonna get this makeup done. All right, you guys? So we're gonna start out with priming the eyes. And this is the Too Faced Face Hangover Face Primer. You guys, I know this is a face primer, but I like using it for my eyes, okay? It works. So I'm gonna start off with going into the metallic color in Ritual, and I'm gonna put that all over my mobile lid. This is acting like pretty much my transition color, everything. Now I'm gonna go in with the sequin in Poet, and I'm just going to smoke that out in the crease and just build it up really slow and, you know, intensify it, but not too crazy. All right, now I'm going in to the metallic in Aura, and I'm going to put that in my brow bone, and also I'm going to place that in my tear duct for my tear duct highlight. And you guys, this eyeshadow is about to be super simple but very dramatic. You guys, now I'm smoking out the lower eyelash line with Poet in Sequin, and I'm taking this gold liner in my waterline. And apparently I lost the clip of me using the Ritual glitter on my lids, which is what we are seeing right there. And I completed the rest of the look off camera because this video was definitely going to be lengthy because the review is up next. But this was very simple. I just only added eyelashes, no liner, and mascara. And you guys, I really enjoyed this look. The eyeshadow is even more beautiful in person than this camera could ever pick up. And I hope you guys enjoyed this look. All right, guys, so that's the look. I really hope that, you know, you will try this out. And, you know, of course, like I always say, don't forget to tag me on Instagram at Chrissy's Walking Beauty. All right, don't forget to do that if you try these out. But now we are going to get into my final thoughts about the Tati Beauty palette, volume 1, Textured Neutrals. Okay, so let's kind of like just go over this. First off, it's very sleek. It is not huge. It's not a huge palette. It's a good size palette, but it's not huge, which I feel like is a good thing, because sometimes not sometimes, anytime you ever want to travel, big things don't travel well. So this seems like a really good size. We have like this huge mirror that you can see. Huge mirror. And I mean, you guys, I use this mirror even when I'm not doing my makeup or using the eyeshadow. So that right there is like bomb. You've already made the palette useful to me by giving me this huge mirror that looks wonderful. Now let's get into these shadows. So, you know, today I mainly used the metallic in Ritual, the metallic in Aura, and the glitter in Ritual. Oh, and the sequin in Poet. So, you guys, As you've seen how this came out, I think that this is an absolutely beautiful eyeshadow. I think that this palette is absolutely beautiful in real life. I know that there's a lot of pictures and a lot of, you know, still hype. I mean, it's January and the palette came out in November, October, November, like something like that. So, I mean, the hype is still there. And it is so worth all the hype. I'm gonna tell you that right now. This palette, it's like the mattes are like no joke. The color payoff, I've never been disappointed with any color payoff at all on any of these colors, but the mattes especially. When you're dealing with eyeshadows, mattes usually can be something very tricky, and it can be something that, you know, either it's blotchy or and it doesn't blend out well, or you really have to finagle it. With these mattes, that is not the case. And in fact, something that well, I'll say that later. So with these mattes, they do exactly what you want them to do. Not even what they're supposed to do. They perform extra efforts in the application, and I'll tell you about that in a little bit. And so we have the sequin. Now the sequin, I feel like, was the what am I looking for? It was like, you know, Tati, you're pulling our card right now. You're pulling our card, and let me explain why. Because I mean, they are pulling pigment like a matte. Like all of the mattes, they will pull a lot of pigment. They will put down a lot of pigment. But these glitters though, like the specks of shine, shimmer, and glitter, like it's unreal. It's unreal when I tell you. Like, it's like she took regular glitter that like we have up here, which this glitter isn't even regular. We're gonna get to that. But milled it down so fine that, I mean, it's like fairy dust. It just everywhere. And it's crazy because truthfully, if you watch a few of my videos where I went into anytime I've ever used a sequin on camera, like you actually can see the sequin flying through the air, because it is like it's like dust. It is, but it's so beautiful. And it's crazy because none of the sequins, well, I can't say none of them apply the same, but you know, there's different ways that different colors apply better, if you catch my drift. Like when I did the cut crease, I had assumed, because I had already used the story and ritual and applied with my finger to get the most glittery, shimmery payoff, and even with the memory, with the most glittery, shimmery payoff, that's what I would have had to done for the aura. That was not the case at all. In fact, the aura applied better with the brush, and I thought that was tremendous. And Poet just performed well. I really didn't think that a brush or finger was a preference in the sense of getting the shimmery payoff. And then also, I think that Soothe was very similar as well. And so I absolutely, the sequins, they just shocked me. That was a true surprise and a true like just boost to this great palette. And then we had metallics. Now the metallics, I mean, they did everything you want a metallic to do. They shimmered, they shade, they did all the sparkly, beautiful things that you want something sparkly to do. Now let's get to probably the best product of the year. These glitters. These glitters, these glitters, these glitters. You literally touch them and they apply so smoothly. You do not understand. Like I mean, you've seen me apply these glitters the whole time. If I put them on my fingers, they're there, they apply, it is beautiful, it's intense, or it can be very subtle depending on how much you dig into the pan. And so with that being said, this palette is amazing, okay? So, I mean, if I have nothing left to say, but I mean, if you like neutral colors, and truthfully, these neutral colors, I have to pull it back up, they're not neutral to any specific skin tone. They actually, every color can be used in some kind of way in any kind of skin tone. So I thought that was very awesome. And then on top of that, we have this pop of color over here with Poet, and truthfully, Story is definitely a nice pop of color. Between the orange and the pink, I feel like we got a little extra pizzazz that kind of really elevated the palette as well. This palette is like, I mean, I have no bad things to say about it. I felt like it was worth every dollar. I would gift it. I mean, if there were, you know, more to be had to gift, I would definitely do that. And so you guys, I would say that I don't foresee this palette being outdone for a very long time. So if this is something that you're interested in, where you just have that palette that you go to, like when you don't know what to do, or you have a special event, or you just like looking nice on a daily basis, you know, this is that palette. So you guys, I hope that you know, gave you some kind of insight to the palette that maybe wasn't expressed in any other point of view. And you guys, you notice I have to put on my blazer for Tati, like for real. Like whenever she has something important to say, she puts her blazer on. So Tati, I pulled the blazer out for you. Okay. All right, you guys, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And you guys, you know, just give me some feedback. Let me know if you have the palette already, if you're waiting for the palette, or if you know, you're just like, Chrissy, all of this looks great, but you know, I don't know if that's what I'm gonna be into right now. Okay. All right, you guys have a blessed and wonderful week, and I will see you soon. Bye.